Hi students, I am Dr. Ellane Park. I am a chemistry professor at Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida. I figured I'll make a quick video for you to share a little bit about my journey of how I ended up in chemistry and specifically how I got involved with chem tutor. So when I was a kid, I remember I used to experiment and play around with a lot of things. Now, a story that came to mind when I was little was I had a lot of different types of pets, and one of them was um, raising goldfish. And when my brother and I got our first set of goldfish, we were very excited to see all these creatures moving around in the tank. We also thought it was fun to maybe grab them with our hands and see how fast we can grab them and how many at a time. Plus, I ended up exploring so many different disciplines because the college that I went to was very similar to Rollins in that they offered a lot of different majors and encouraged me to explore not just the sciences but the humanities and the arts. And so that's what I did. I ended up taking a lot of classes in political science. I took art history. I explored pretty much anything you can name, I tried. And so I ended up taking chemistry, and as hard as it was that first semester, it was so worth it because I got into organic chemistry, which is that second year, and by the time I got there, I was really surprised by how much I loved it. It was sort of this unknown puzzle to solve that felt just so different compared to the other sciences, and so I ended up stumbling upon organic chemistry, and then I ended up into third and fourth year level classes in chemistry that sort of piqued my interest, and I loved this one class called nanotechnology, and that was essentially the research that I ended up pursuing in my grad school years too. And you might think, nanotech, what is that? It's just a study of really, really small things. And you would think that it would be the most frustrating thing in the world, but with the technology these days, with very special microscopes that allow you to zoom in on a nanoscale, something smaller than the size of a virus even, it's just so intriguing and fascinating. And so I ended up being a chemistry professor somehow. I'll fast forward years ahead to where I'm at Rollins, and I think back to that first year chemistry class that I took as an undergraduate myself, and I remember there were definitely struggles, right? Like you learn how to study better, you learn how to listen and take better notes in class. You learn how to read a textbook better, but there are so many other resources out there that I maybe didn't know about as a student. But now as a professor, I get to think what can benefit my students here at Rollins. And so Chem Tutor is a valuable tool with tons of videos where you can play, replay, pause, and think about all the problems that the professors are walking you through and think, where are you stuck, right? And when you're stuck on something, you don't just shy away and not tackle that subject, but to think, okay, how could I get past it? What are the tricks and methods that I can use to, or even things that I should see that I might have missed earlier before. And so these videos that are created for you are a free resource, and they're created by professors from all over, not just Rollins College. So that's a nice privilege and advantage for you to be able to access professors that are outside of even your own college. And so I encourage you to use all the free resources out there, and of course go and talk to your professor because your professors always want to get to know you. But I am looking forward to seeing how Chem Tutor hopefully positively impacts all you students as you study and work hard toward that finish line. And best of luck.